name's Anna and I'm the Stories of the World project manager here at the Horniman. The youth conference for us has really been about involving as many young people and different museums as possible in showcasing their work. We invited academics and researchers who write specifically about young people and young people's issues to present some of their work and actually be challenged by young people.
You talk about kind of like being unique and the kind of feeling you get from it and making your own things being really different. But if there's so many other people that are doing it, how is it you making your own?
How is it unique?
Yeah.
Because everything's different. It's how they want it. They've come up with the idea and they're putting it into play, and that's uniqueness.
It's a really interesting day. It's quite informal and there's lots of other young people here from the other museums, so it's really interesting to see what they're doing.
It's kind of nice to see how everyone's doing on a national scale because we don't meet that often as well, so that's the reason why I came.
Some really good talks. One that particularly caught my attention was Claire Burnett's thing on jewellery, which is especially about actually wearing some skull jewellery. I've had a fantastic day so far.
So this necklace is all about like the change in society.
Kali up here is a fearsome war goddess who sprung from the brow of Durga.
Now Naga people are still living today, they're still wearing these baskets. The whole culture's changed. It used to be about power and now it's about pride.
After the end of the carnival, he's passed and he's thrown away. One or two things are kept here in the museum, and I think that's important because it actually shows what is governing this tradition.
It's been really good just to see your whole project come together. You go to museums but you don't know the whole processes behind them. So we learned a lot about the exhibits and where they've come from, so it was a good experience.
We had workshops from the London Transport Museum, the Museum of London. We had a film production company do a workshop. So yeah, really big variety.
Today the workshop is basically about teenagers and adults, and mainly we want to break down the stereotypes between what teenagers think about adults and again what adults think about teenagers.
We really got the chance to get a look at the young people's projects, and that was really interesting because then we saw what they have been doing, what they've done. I talked with a lot of people, so I really liked also the contact with young people today.
We had there's a lot going on today. It's a really packed day, so it's a really taster. You know, you could spend 3 days just talking about workshops.
We're taking pictures of many people, and we're cutting them apart and putting different parts of the faces on other people's. It's a big collage.
Basically, to try to enjoy photography in the best way that we can, connected with the idea of sharing, so put together people and try to work together and create something that could be collective.
I think it went great, and we had different age groups, and all of them enjoyed it.
We wanted to have something fun to do after the conference today, so in a team we decided that probably unlike a disco, maybe silent disco is what we came up with. And some live music was probably the best thing that would get people going, so we promoted it, we made flyers to hand out, we told everyone in school, announced it in assemblies, and we organised booking bands, getting equipment, everything. Like most of the youth did most of the work, and then yeah, the night's still young, so we've still got a couple of hours left, so yeah, I've really enjoyed it so far.